Oh, Nader, how are you, Nader? How are you, Jikri? But I will pray first, yeah. Okay. Assalamualaikum. uh, Still degree another, no one else. Okay, because time already 6:30, so we will start, ya. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we will be short, we will discuss about the law of business and related to the electrical engineering entrepreneurship, and also the another one is about business innovation, So now we will start with the law business, business law, business law for electrical engineering, oke. Jikri bergabung, I will share the law is very important in many aspects, like in electrical engineering there is many many part of electrical engineering, and the regulation is all different, so if we want to make a business in electrical engineering, we must know about the regulation, and also in every country it's different. So in this content I only give in very general, because in international, maybe in the Indonesian class, in regular class, I give them law about Indonesia, but maybe I will give Jikri, Naptali, and Maudinar, and Nober, and Riksan, about the Indonesian law, but maybe in the international class I will give about the in general, at least you know what is the what you should know about the business law in the context of electrical engineering, Now, introduction. As electrical engineer, you will often work with business environments, whether as employees, consultant, entrepreneurs, or project manager. Understanding business law will help you to protect your innovation, if you make a creation, you can make a patent, or the what is hak cipta in English, patent and creation, the creation, in Indonesia hak cipta, and comply with regulation, you should know about regulation, related with the object that you make, like in renewable energy and electrical, and maybe in automation, or maybe in cyber security. It's all have its own regulation, so you should know first before you doing the work, and avoid legal disputes, so you have to be very like when you first make connection to your client, you will make like memorandum of understanding, or a contract, in the contract it will be listed what is the term of project, when it will be start, and when about the payment also, and when it will be end, and the specification of the product that you will use, and it's everything in there. So if you don't if it's not suitable with the lease, yeah, in the contract, yeah, you can go to the law court, yeah, and then there will be a big, like hukuman, yeah, like you can go to the jail if you don't do the like you do in the list, yeah. So it's very serious, and then make informed decision. This lecture explores how business law intersects with the field of electrical engineering, focusing on contract, intellectual property, liability, and compliance, yeah. Learning objective. At the end of session, students to be able to understand basic principle of business law, identify legal issue relevant to electrical engineering project, and then recognize the importance of contract and intellectual property, apply legal knowledge to real world engineering scenario, yeah. Now this is the learning objective. And then legal foundation, source of law. There is statutory laws passed by the legislatures, like National Electricity Safety Code, yeah. In Indonesia, like PUIL, yeah, and there is many law related electrical engineering, yeah. And then common law based on court decision and precedents, and administrative law regulation from agencies like OHH or FCC, yeah. And then types of business structure, sole proprietorship, yeah, liability unlimited, yeah, one person, yeah. This is like if you have your own business, then you take care of your own business, so no other people in your business, yeah. But the responsibility is all yours, yeah. And the partnership, yeah, liability is shared two or more people, yeah. So you divided your responsibility, yeah, and also your what you call saham, ya, uang, ya, your money, ya. And then cooperation, ya, limited, ya, liability, shareholders, ya, ini saham, ya, limited. And then LLC, liability is limited, ownership, flexible structure. And then I want to talk about contracts in electrical engineering. What is contract? Yeah, a legally enforceable agreement between parties involving, yeah. This is like offers and acceptance, consideration, exchange of value, legal capacity, and then lawful purpose, yeah. Yeah, so the contract is very important, yeah. If you have business, yeah, your client will ask for contract and you make it together, yeah. What is in it, yeah. The most important thing is you have to base everything on contract, yeah, like the time, like the terms of payment, yeah, and when it have to be finished, yeah, and then the specification of the product, yeah, and then also the regulation, also you must follow the regulation, like in Indonesia, PUIL, and maybe in another country different, yeah. Now this is the key clauses in engineering contracts, yeah. Scope of work, yeah, you must describe what is the scope of work very detailed, yeah. And then payment terms, yeah, when the first payment and the middle payment and the end of the payment, yeah. So the work also depends on the payment. If the payment not full, then you don't have to finish the job, yeah. And then deadlines and milestones, yeah. this have to be very detailed and strict, yeah. And warranties and liabilities, yeah. What is the warranty and then liabilities, yeah. Describe everything in detail. And then dispute resolution, yeah. And then intellectual property, ya, protection, ya. Haki itu ya, hak cipta, intellectual property in English. Why intellectual property matters, ya? Now, electrical engineers often develop new technologies, software or hardware that need protection, ya. Like if we make journal, or we make software, or if we make product, ya, or like IoT or some source, ya. Like if Jikri make product about using Raspberry and some component and then coding and then it works, yeah. You can make intellectual property, yeah. So no one can use it without your permission, yeah. Like there is some type of intellectual property, yeah. There is a patent. Patent is like new invention, yeah. New invention that could be like apa ya namanya, perubahan, ya, some change of product, ya, but that is like the new invention. You can describe in detail, ya, and then you submit to the, in Indonesia we call ya, there is in Google, ya. It can info apa ya, aduh lupa ya, I forgot. Like example in electrical engineering, like circuit design, and then smart device and electrical in engineering, ya, many, ya. And then copyright is original work, ya. It could be software coding, technical, manual, yeah, it also include. And then trademark, it is like a brand identifier. It is like company logo, product name, yeah. And then trade secret, yeah, confidential, yeah, info, yeah. So it could be secret, yeah, so nobody know about it. Proprietary algorithm, yeah. And then product liability and safety standard. What is product liability? Engineers may be held responsible if their product cause harm due to design flaws, yeah, and then manufacturing defects, yeah, and inadequate warning or instruction, yeah. This is the product liability, yeah. And then relevant standard, the standard, yeah, you must follow the IEEE, yeah, and then IEC, International Electrical Commission, and then NEC, National Electrical Code, and UL, Underwriters Laboratory, yeah. This is the relevant standard for electrical engineering, yeah. And then regulatory compliance, environment laws like waste disposal, yeah, and then emission standard, yeah. There is a standard emission, yeah, for many parameter of emission, yeah. And then energy efficiency regulation, yeah. And then workplace safety or OHSA, in Indonesia we call K3, yeah. We already learned about it before, like electrical safety procedure, yeah, personal protective equipment or PPE, and hazard communication, yeah. This is the workplace safety, yeah. And then ethics and professional responsibility. Engineers have a duty to serve the public interest. The IEEE Code of Ethics include honesty and integrity. Ya, we already Naphtali. Ya, makasih Naphtali. Terus ada siapa lagi? Who else? Ada. Cuma ada 3 ya, only 3. Fairness in professional judgment, respect for intellectual property, and then responsible communication of technical information, ya. So this is the importance of the ethics and professional responsibility. And then case study, ya. The case study 1, patent infringement. A startup develops a microcontroller similar to an existing patented device. Discuss potential legal consequences, ya. So if you make something, make sure that you have permission from the one before. If you want to make a patent, ya, you should make like a difference, ya. So it's don't look 100% like the one that make it before, ya. And then case 2, contract dispute. Two firms disagree over the performance. Maudinar Isel, yeah. Thank you, Maudinar. Two firms disagree over the performance metrics of a smart grid system. Analyze how their contract clauses could prevent such dispute, yeah. Yeah, this is like the case that two firms disagree over the performance metric of a smart grid system and analyze how clearer contract clause could be. Nah, so this is because of the contract that they make before. So be careful if you make contract. Please make sure that everything is clear so there is no conflict after, yeah. Please put everything like black on white, like this is okay, this is not okay, yeah. And then the summary table, yeah. Topic contract, relevance to electrical engineering, essential for collaboration and procurement, yeah. Even if you're not with the big company, yeah. If you have agreement with friend, yeah, or the most important, if you have a contract, if you make agreement with client, yeah, you have to make contract because this is very important, yeah. The contract listed everything that important that could be related to the law. If you are not doing like it listed, yeah, listed in the paper, yeah. And then intellectual property protection of innovation, yeah. So if you have program, yeah, coding, if you have creation that you think that it's good and no one make it like before, yeah, or maybe there is a new innovation, please make the intellectual property. It could be patent or haki, yeah, or maybe another, yeah. So people don't steal your creation, yeah. And then product liability, risk management in design, yeah. And then compliance, adherence to safety and environment law, yeah. So we have to also take care about the safety and environment law, yeah. This depends on the standard of the, because you different country, ya. If Indonesia maybe K3 umum and K3 listrik, ya, or K3 lingkungan, but I don't know if different country maybe different standard, also different training, yeah. And ethics, yeah. Ethics is upholding professional integrity, yeah. Okay, this is the reference, yeah. The reference is like IEEE Code of Ethic, yeah. You can go to the link, yeah. And then US Patent and Trademark Office, yeah. And then legal aspect of engineering, and then National Electric Code, ya, or NEC, ya. So you have to apa teh, if you want to make business related electrical engineering, also think about the law and regulation, ya, related to the electrical engineering, ya. Okay, I guess I will start with another topic, ya, because there is topic innovation, ya. Innovation, there, this is already the video, but I guess I have to make video recording also, yeah, just to see you also, yeah. Now the business innovation in electrical engineering, yeah. This is the lecture note, yeah. There is already video in the PowerPoint, yeah. So I have to share the another, yeah. So Isel, Jikri, Nader, Naphtali, yeah. Okay, today we talk about the business innovation and electrical engineering, yeah. Business innovation in electrical engineering involve the integration of novel ideas, yeah. So like it's like if you making a final project, yeah, or research, yeah. First you will have to integration of novel ideas, technology, and strategies to drive growth, enhance competitiveness, and create value with the industry, ya. As technology, it's very small, ya, kecil. Yeah, like involves electrical engineering are increasingly expected to think entrepreneur, develop innovative solution, yeah, that address real world challenge, yeah. So we must find the novel ideas every time, yeah. And then key area of innovation, yeah, you already know, yeah. In electrical engineering there is many key area, yeah, like the renewable energy solution, yeah. Innovation of renewable energy system such as solar, wind, and hybrid power system are transforming the energy sector. This innovation focus on sustainability, efficiency, and reducing reliance on fossil fuel, yeah. uh, why we have to use renewable energy? Do you know why? uh, Jikri or Nader or Naphtali or Isel, do you know why we have to use renewable energy solution?
I think in the future, like oil will empty, so we need the solution for new energy.
Yeah, yeah. The fossil will run out, and also the pollution like greenhouse, ya, apa greenhouse effect. Like if we go on with the fossil, it will run out, and also we have a lot of potential renewable energy. Like every day we have the sun and wind, maybe in the coastal area, and microhydro, yeah, and biomass or another, yeah, that we not use a lot, yeah. And fossil, uh, now in Indonesia, like PLTU, yeah, the one that is use the coal, yeah, we don't make another PLTU, yeah. And then after that, we'll be converting to renewable energy, and in 2060 we will be 100% in renewable energy, yeah. Like uh, electricity will be electricity car, yeah, not using gasoline. And also we will using the you know not using bensin and diesel, ya, diesel, ya bener ya dieselnya, uh, selain bensin teh solar, ya, not using solar and bensin, but we will using like electricity, yeah. And then also in the future, hydrogen also good, and also the nuclear, yeah, uh, like we already study before, yeah. And then smart grid technologies, yeah. The development of smart grid enable more efficient distribution and management of electricity, incorporating advanced monitoring, automation, and communication technology, yeah. So it is very uh, interesting, yeah. So we have smart grid also. So if we run out electricity from the government like PLN, we can use the other source like from renewable energy, like from solar panel or in wind or another, yeah. So we can monitor everything, yeah. In the future it will be like that. Maybe now there is already, but in Indonesia maybe not many, ya. Dan internet of things, ya, maybe you already know, and then about many have make many project about the internet of things, ya, with Miss Annie, Mrs. Annie, or maybe Jikri also you like to make something with IoT, yeah. The IoT in 2025, yeah, have already reached 75 million, yeah, connected device, yeah. It's like 10 times of the people alive, yeah. So uh, how come it become 10 times of the people in the world, yeah? Because everything now is connected, yeah. Like smart home, yeah. Maybe not every home, but many home not already smart home, yeah. You can monitor the house, yeah. Many sensor in the house, and then you can control anything the house, yeah. Yeah. And then industrial automation now also, they can work autonomous, yeah. They can work themselves. So in the factory, you don't find many people now, so they run out themselves, yeah, the machine, yeah. We can monitor which one is running good, yeah. And which one is having trouble, like there is will be alarm, yeah. And then many more, yeah. And then the connected device that improve productivity and user experience, yeah. Like if we want to detect people with the sick, yeah, we can use the IoT, yeah, like LoRa, yeah. maybe because there is not many doctor like doctor for the heart, yeah, we can use technology. So the doctor connected with the people, and then they make people like biomedical things, yeah, and then we can monitoring the patient, yeah, from maybe he live in the village and the doctor live in the city, yeah, maybe like with LoRa, yeah, LoRa or IoT, yeah. So if we connected like that, everything is here. So if the patient is not in good condition, the patient have to going to the hospital, and then dirawat, ya, and become patient like that, ya. And then also many things that can do with the IoT, ya. And like in the apa teh lampu lalu lintas, ya, Jikri, what you call in English, flash, uh,
In the traffic light.
yeah, traffic light, yeah. In traffic light is automatic also, yeah. And the many parameter now automatically monitoring with IoT, yeah. Like there is not many police now, but if you're not using the helmet, yeah, the police will detect your will code your number, ya, ID number, ya, and then the apa teh tilang, ya, the tilang will go to your house, ya. It's like that right now. And then electric vehicles, ya, advancement in battery technology, charging infrastructure, and vehicle design, and driving the growth of the EV market, revolutionary transportation, ya. A long time ago all manual, ya, no electric vehicles, ya. But since Tesla, ya, Elon Musk, Tesla autonomous car, ya, you can find maybe in Jakarta. I don't find Tesla in Sukabumi, but there is Wuling, yeah, electric vehicles, and some brands I see in Sukabumi, because the new regulation the government allow and then make it easier and the cheaper, the cheap the government make the apa teh bayar pajak teh tax cheap, ya, cheaper than the bensin, mobil bensin, the car before, like the gasoline, yeah. So maybe in 5 years all the car must become electric vehicles, yeah. And then now there is a subsidy for the if you want to make the motorcycle, yeah, from the benzene, from the gasoline into the electric motorcycle, yeah, even not 100%, the government will give subsidy, yeah. And then artificial intelligence, AI, oh, yeah, there is many sensor also in the electrical vehicles, and they using AI also, yeah. So it could be autonomous, yeah. There is many improvement and many brands now, yeah. Many brands like before only using the manual car now become electric vehicles, or even in America, in Japan, there is already a hydrogen car, yeah. Hydrogen car is more efficient than electric vehicles, yeah. But Indonesia there is a promotion, but yeah, it's still not many, yeah. And then the artificial intelligence and machine learning, AI is being integrated into electrical system for predictive maintenance, fault detection, and optimization of power system, ya. Yeah, so you have to go to the LTU, yeah. You can ask the people there, yeah. And then entrepreneurship in electrical engineering. Entrepreneurship play a vital role in translating technical innovation into successful business ventures. Now, courses like EEE 51E, Entrepreneurship for Electrical Engineers, emphasize equipping students with skills in idealization, business planning, and commercialization of engineering solution. Yeah, I wish in the future, if you already graduate, yeah, you will, if you don't have a job, you can first make a company first, yeah, related to your skill, yeah, because the skill in electrical engineering is different, yeah. Some of you like telecommunication, some of you maybe like IoT, some like electricity and renewable energy, some maybe like automation, yeah. You have to know your own power, yeah. And then this include identifying market opportunities, yeah. You have to know, yeah, the market, yeah, your market. And then developing minimum viable product, yeah. And then securing funding and scaling operation, yeah. Identifying market opportunities, yeah, because there is money market, yeah, maybe the high value market, and then the medium, and then the one that want the cheap one, yeah. So there is money market, yeah. And then developing minimal viable product, and then funding and scaling operation, yeah. And then this is the case study and research. Research in this field highlight practical applications such as fault detection in power transmission system using reverse bio-orthogonal wavelet, yeah. And social entrepreneurship initiate where education and engineers collaborate to create societal value, yeah. This example illustrates how innovation can be applied across diverse contexts, yeah. So now electrical engineering is very wide, yeah. You can even in AI also, AI machine learning now include in electrical engineering, yeah. Before it separates, it's in technical information, yeah. But now technical information and electrical engineering related very close, yeah. And then strategies for business innovation, yeah. One, collaborative partnership, partnering with startup, yeah, academia, yeah, because in the campus, yeah, there is many scientists, yeah, scientists like us that make project, yeah. Some of them that like our project, yeah, we can make a collaboration, yeah. And then industry stakeholder foster innovation through shared knowledge and resources, yeah. So if you publish your journal, yeah, or your apa sih penelitian research, ya, some of them maybe may contact you and want to have a collaboration, ya. And then customer centric design, ya, focusing on end user need ensure that product and service solve actual problems and deliver tangible benefit, ya. So now we have really to take care of the customer, ya, because customer is king, ya. That's why some brand like to make survey about their product, are we satisfied or not, and what is the apa sih umpan balik feedback from us, maybe they can make it better, like this, and then agile development, adopting agile methodologies allows team to iterate quickly, test ideas, and adapt based on the feedback. The feedback is very important. And then sustainability focus, aligning innovation with environment goal and change long-term viability and meet the regulatory requirement. And then sustainability is like we always make innovation, never stop, because the brand that is successful, they will always make innovation. The brand that not stop the innovation, people don't look at them anymore. And then the challenge, while there are significant opportunities, challenges such as high research and development costs, regulatory hurdles, regulatory is like if in Indonesia we have regulation for every part of the electrical, like for the solar panel, you know why Indonesia is not like another ASEAN country? Because the regulation, in Indonesia, we the government said that Indonesia is electricity almost 100%. So because of the PLN is already full, they feel full of the electricity, so if we have the grid, grid is like the PLN connected to solar panel, they only allow 10 to 15%, if more than that, then it will have denda, you know denda. Jikri, denda bahasa Inggrisnya apa ya?
I think it's charge.
They give charge, The case is like in Cianjur there is Aqua company, the water company. They make like 5 megawatt of the solar panel, but they didn't report to the PLN, and after that the PLN charged them like 5 million or more, so now they only use 15% of the capacity because depend of the regulation of Indonesian government, so if you want to know why Indonesia not like another country, that's because of the regulation, so regulation is very important, regulation is from the government, rapid technology obsolescence must be addressed, and then like also we make project, like IoT project, maybe not maybe more than one time, maybe the microcontroller is rusak, broken, and then the sensor maybe we have to change, maybe a few times. Now that's why research development is high cost, and also maybe if we use the component, in the Arduino, it's cheap, the Arduino we use now sometimes is Arduino KW, Jikri, another, and it really easy to broke, and the sensor also the cheap one, but if we want to do professional, maybe we have to use the product in the standard, with the standard, but the price will be high, and then additionally fostering a culture of innovation within organization is critical to sustaining progress, yeah. So this is the problem, yeah, in every country, maybe Indonesia also. And conclusion, the business innovation in electrical engineering is essential for staying competitive in today's fast-paced global market. By embracing emerging technology, fostering entrepreneurial mindset, and focusing on sustainable solutions, engineers can lead transformative change that benefits both business and society at large, at yeah, at large scale, yeah. Now maybe before you make a product, yeah, or you want to make innovation, you can search in the Google, yeah, for journals or product, yeah. You can make systematic literature review first, yeah. If like in IoT, yeah, one product, you can search only in the almost same product, yeah. And then you can like in, if you make a proposal like that, yeah, proposal, yeah, and then you search, oh, this is a good, nah, yeah, you can make apa teh, perbandingan, comparison, ya, this is good, this is bad, you have to make advancement in this, you will know what innovation that you can make, yeah. And if you cannot do it alone, you can ask people from another prodi, like with coding, yeah, or with you can make a project with another people from another prodi, yeah. So maybe today this is enough, yeah. I will absent how many people? Naphtali, Nader, Jikri, and Isel, yeah. Only 4, yeah. But thank you for coming to class, yeah. Yeah, I will absent, yeah. Gimana kabarnya Isel? Gimana Naphtali kabarnya, Naphtali? Ih, kedengeran gak ya suara ibu ya? Kedengeran gak? Ada Isel, ada Jikri, Nader, Naphtali. Oh, Paul tadi itu ya. Paul is having another appointment ya.
Yeah,
How are you, Nader?
I'm good. How are you, miss?
I'm good also. So how is your study there?
Actually, it's pretty good. I'm
Oh,
also good here.
good ya. The facility there is good also.
Yeah, the facilities more than
Oh,
good.
so beside in campus, what do you do? You go to the gym.
Yeah, still doing
Uh,
staying in the campus because the campus is so big,
oh,
you know.
so big, yeah. So you
Yeah,
lucky, yeah.
yeah.
And did you cook your own meal or you buy?
No, no, we take it like ready, you know, because there's no kitchens there. Just
Oh, but it's cheap. The food
yeah,
there, it's
yeah,
cheap, yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's a good experience. Yeah, in Malaysia. I already few times go to Malaysia, but in Kuala Lumpur and in apa IIUM tuh apa ya disebutnya? There is many campus ya in Malaysia, and the campus in Malaysia is cheaper than in Singapore. Yeah, but good quality also. Ya, Jikri, gimana kabarnya Jikri?
alhamdulillah Bu, masih kurang sehat.
Oh, masih kurang sehat ya Allah. Lama ya sakitnya ya Jikri ya. Semoga cepat sembuh ya. Jadi itu apa sakitnya kerasanya gimana?
Ini ibu sakit karena habis perjalanan sekarang mah.
Oh iya, cuaca ya. Oh, Isel keluar dari rapat ya. Kalau Natali gimana sehat? Natalinya kemana? Ya udah ya. Oke, thank you ya for everyone. Have a nice day and thank you for coming ya. Terima kasih buat Natali, Jikri, and Nader ya. Have a nice day ya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam ibu.
Iya, terima kasih. Tas ah, beres.